Hey everybody, in this video I'll be discussing the intense full moon in Scorpio on May the 12th, 2025. The fact that it's a full moon in Scorpio, it's not casual, it's all or nothing, endings and new beginnings, really testing relationships. But this full moon is aspected by Uranus. And Uranus is the planet of rebellion, the shock, the unexpected. So with the full moon bringing a lot of revelations to light, a lot of feelings to a culmination, events to a culmination, with the Uranus energy, it could be very shocking, could be very exciting. But from the graphic that's up on the board, the moon, which I wrote with the moon at the bottom there, is in Scorpio. It forms an outlet, a trine to Saturn. And at the top of the chart where you see in brackets the Sun and Uranus, there's that breakthrough disruptive energies, but it also forms the second best form of flow of energy. That's the sextile to Saturn. So all this powerful breakthrough energies gets funneled through Saturn, which is grounding, stabilizing. Plus the sun's in Taurus. The full moon is always, the moon is on one side, Scorpio, and opposite Scorpio is the sun in Taurus. Taurus being an earth sign, Taurus is very patient, it's very disciplined, it's very steady and calming. So this shocking energies, we can navigate it, we can manage it, maybe because of all the chaos that's been happening around the world. We're not so much into just reacting with tremendous shock and, oh, what do we do? With that outlet to Saturn and the sun in Taurus, we have this patience. We have this calming, grounding energies. So this full moon will bring intense emotional revelations, especially as it opposes rebellious Uranus, stirring sudden changes and unexpected breakthroughs. And what could be revealed, what could be suddenly, shockingly exposed, could be secrets. Now, the moon is forming that steady trine to Saturn. So there's a grounding energy available along with Sun in Taurus and Earth sign, helping us navigate the chaos with patience and resilience. Meanwhile, communication Mercury is squaring, forming a 90-degree angle of conflict with Pluto that will be intensifying conversations and thoughts and pushing us to confront hidden truths and reveal these shocking secrets, and also power dynamics we might prefer to avoid. This cosmic combination demands both courage and caution as we move through transformations. So there's a lot of disruptive, shocking, releasing, liberating energies. But with the Taurus sun and the Saturn, all in harmony with the sun and the moon, we're going to be able to navigate and move through this energy so it works best for us. On an everyday personal level, many of you might be having major emotional breakthroughs, psychological breakthroughs, financial breakthroughs. Now, before I get more into this, because also Venus, social creative Venus, is in Aries, a fire sign, in harmony with assertive, passionate Mars in Leo, a fire sign. So that Venus-Mars can bring in some really romantic energy, sexual energy, but a lot more dynamic, passionate energies. Now, but I'm going to look at how that Sun-Moon opposition that wants to break through new insights and new revelations, how it's going to impact each of your signs. But I'm going to look at it with the Sun-Moon opposite each other, the opposite houses. You'll see what I mean. But before I break down how this could impact you, if you enjoy these types of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. All right. For Scorpio, that full moon in Scorpio, it's putting a real spotlight on you externally or maybe internally very emotional. But opposite the moon is the sun in Taurus. That's the full moon. So the sun, the Taurus sun, that's a makeup with a lot of this breakthrough sudden revelations, the sun with the Uranus, that's the sudden insights. The sun Uranus in Taurus is in the 7th house of partnerships versus the Scorpio moon, the full moon in Scorpio, putting it on the individual, the self. So this could be a major testing between relationships and your individuality, and how not to lose yourself as you are forming these relationships. Perhaps it is a relationship or a contract or perhaps a business offer that comes to you, which is all this, could be this exciting new breakthrough energies for you. So there's the opposition of the Sun Scorpio, because they're two sides of the same coin. Sagittarius, so when the full moon is in Scorpio, it is in the 12th house for Sagittarians. And that's the shadow. Those are the mysteries. Those are the secrets. And the Taurus is opposite, which would be in the 6th house. Now, the 6th house deals with your day-to-day job routine, your work skills. And then the opposite, that interaction with the full moon, is the 12th house. A couple of examples here, but remember this is could be some very favorable breakthrough energies. With the 12th house, which has things that are hidden, you could be making plans that you're keeping quiet on the down low, because if you're looking for a new job, and then you could be preparing to quit your job and to start your own business, or to change jobs. The 6th house can also be body maintenance. And that full moon, Scorpio, in the shadow sector of the 12th house, you might start be feeling that something is off. Something you can't, maybe are you getting too tired, exhausted? Are you sick? What is trying to be revealed? Which could then trigger the 6th house of body maintenance and going to maybe you're realizing that you got to maybe change your diet, exercise more. But in many cases, you may be seeking out more professional healthcare advice to bring some light and understanding to what has been happening below the surface. But it wants to then breakthrough energies. As an example, if there's any kind of important health issues, it could be at the very beginning. And so it can be healed and handled in most cases very easily. And this full moon could be revealing what's been hidden that's taking you to the doctors because you're feeling something is off. But it could also be realizing that I think the company I'm working for is going to be laying off people, like you're not feeling really secure what's going on behind the scenes at the job. So then the sixth house of the Gemini part could be then on the down low looking for another job just because you're just not sure that this is where you're at is all this security. But again, it's this breakthrough, sudden exciting changes. So you're like one step ahead, whether it's your job, whether it's your health, one step ahead in the most positive. Now, for Capricorn and Cancer oppositions, the Scorpio is putting that powerful focus on the 11th house, because Scorpio is 11 signs past Capricorn. And the 11th can deal with friendships, teamwork, group activities, and organizations. So there might be a lot of emphasis in those areas. But the 11th house has a lot to do with your long-range goals and aspirations. Now, the opposite, where the Sun Uranus, which is all that liberating rebellious energy, is opposite the 11th house, which is the 5th house. And the 5th house can be giving birth to creative new directions where you could start really looking for your long-range goals. That's the 11th house. But the 5th house is romance, it's playfulness, it's children. And then with the 11th house, that could be networking and friendships. So Capricorns tend to be a little too serious. The Cancer tends to be wanting to be more retiring, reflective. And so this dramatic full moon could be shaking things up for you to get out there and hang with friends, maybe expand your social circle, maybe bring in parties, romance. Some of you could get pregnant, and then that would certainly redirect your future for a long time. For Aquarius, Leo axis, the full moon for the Aquarius is in your 10th house of careers, leadership, your professional reputation. And then the opposite for the Leos is in the 4th house of home and family. Now, it could be that the career could cause you to start thinking about a change in residence. Or you could be really thinking about real estate. That's that 4th house of the Sun Uranus in Taurus, because Taurus is the 4 signs past from the Leo and the Aquarius. So maybe thinking about going into career business with real estate. Or maybe because of a big career shakeup and opportunity, it could help you, bring you opportunities for a relocation. The Pisces-Virgo axis, for the Pisces, a water sign, Scorpio, a water sign, so that dramatic Scorpio full moon is spotlighting your 9th house of higher education. The opposite with the Virgo is the 3rd house of taking classes, So this third house, ninth house axis could really spotlight education or learning new job skills. But this could also be very favorable for marketing, publishing, or starting to have these sudden excitements with Sun Uranus, doing something all exciting and innovative new, like your own online business that you would need to then promote and market. And the Aries-Libra axis, the Scorpio for the Aries is in your 8th house of joint ventures, loans, grants, inheritance, a lot of banking, a lot of focus on financial matters with your financial obligations in the world or with others. And the opposite, where that Sun Uranus in Taurus for the Libra is impacting the opposite, the 8th house, but your 7th house, your 2nd house of your personal income. So this full moon, this dramatic breakthrough full moon for Aries Libra is breakthroughs financially. For Virgo Pisces, breakthrough for learning or teaching or marketing. The breakthroughs for the Leo Aquarius axis is business with real estate, or wanting getting into that more of that line of field, or maybe because of your job, your business, you need to relocate. And the Capricorn Cancer, it's about bringing your inner child out to play, having more fun, going on vacation, having a little romance, and really, and expanding your social circle. And the Gemini Sagittarius axis could be bringing a lot of insights and revelations about what's going on with your health, so you can bring more breakthrough, or at your job, that you're like, something's going on with the company, with the business, but this full moon can help you be 2 steps ahead of the game. And of course, the Scorpio Taurus, it's your identity and purpose, the Scorpio, versus the opposite, the Sun, in the 7th of partnerships. So it could be how to form a new business partnership, personal partnership, without losing your identity. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.go. That's .co. Until next time, be safe and well.